All right, in this lesson, we're going to look at logarithms and exponential conversions, and I use the swirling method. I'll show you what I mean. But let's stop and review a moment. The common log is something we talked about back when we graphed our parent functions. Common log means that the base of the logarithm is 10, so you could write it as log base 10 of whatever number, 7. But we use the base 10 so much, we don't even bother writing it anymore. So if you see log, it's understood that the base is a 10, all right? And you can always set it equal to x and go from there. Now, that doesn't mean it's the only base. We can also use a commonly used base that we use is the natural logarithm. And the base is e. It's a letter e. And it's very similar to like pi. Pi is 3.14. Everybody knows that, right? Well, e is a number that's known in math world. It's approximately 2.72, and it's a long decimal, but it's a number, all right? But e is the number, and if you use the base of e, it is what we call the natural logarithm, and it's ln, not an L, because it's in French, la naturelle. So if you see ln, the base is e, all right? And that's important because as we swirl, we have to be clear on what the base is to find the actual value. So let's look at what we're doing today, right? Right now we're just converting between if it's given to us as a logarithm and converting it to an exponential. So notice what happens. We are swirling out, okay? Here's the base, and I go around, and I catch the exponent, and it equals the x. So this is what I call the swirl, okay? You swirl. All right, you swirl out to get your answer. So let's try this. To go from logarithm to exponential, we're going to swirl it. So again, here we go. 6 to the third is 216. So my answer will look like this. 6 to the third is 216. There's really no calculation here. It's just rewriting. Look at number 2. If I swirl here, it's 27 to the 1/3 power equals 3. Remember, 1/3 power is like the cube root. That's like saying the cube root of 27 is 3, and that's a true statement. I just want to remind you of what the rational exponents look like. Look at number 3. If we swirl here, what is our base? 5 to the -2 equals 1 over 25. Oh, look at this one. Log of -1 is 1/10. Well, what is the base here? Well, remember, if it's not written, it's 10 to the -1 equals 1/10. And that should make sense knowing our exponent rules. Let's try the next page. All right, on number 5, we're going to swirl, but let's stop and think of our base. This is that natural log thing. So that means the base is e. So I use e as my base, raise it to the x power equals 8. And there's my answer. Look at number 6, okay? They put the equal sign on the other side. Does it really matter? No, but sometimes it helps to rewrite that so that you can see the swirl a little easier. So this is x to the 1/2 power equals 8. And that's your answer right now. We're just rewriting, in this case, in exponential form. Now the second part of your assignment will ask you to do the reverse. Write it in logarithmic form. So this takes a little more thinking, but you can do this. Now again, we're still using the swirl thing, okay? And let me show you what I'm saying. You're going to start with the base. The base is what's under the exponent, right? So always just start your answer with log and then put your base in. This one is a base 3. So when I swirl this, it's going to be base 3 of 81 equals 4. This little number it's pointing to is what the equation will equal. All right? There you go. Let's try number 2. Isn't 8 to the 0 power 1? That is true. So let's write this as a logarithm. So I say log, what is my base? Well, what is the big number? It's an 8. So as I swirl, it's going to be 8. Log base 8 of 1 equals, and then equals the exponent, 0. If you want to check, go back and just do the original swirl. 8 to the 0 should equal 1, and that's what we had. So that's a way you can check your work. Look at number 3. This one, a base of 10. So log, you can write the 10. You don't have to write the 10, but keep going. Log base 10 of 1 over 100 equals -2. Number 4. Log, what's my base? It's a 4 of 64 equals the exponent of 3. There's my answer here. Look at this one. This one has a base of e, so I can't write log. I use the ln, the natural log. I don't have to write the e because it's understood, but I'm going to do it for now. Natural log of 17 equals 2. So I could write my answer as just this, and that's perfectly fine. All right, look at number 6. Now we can rewrite this, just putting the x on the left side. So 3 to the x equals 81. And we can rewrite this as a logarithm. So it'd be the logarithm of base 3, swirl it, of 81 equals x. This is how we're going to leave it today, as just a logarithm. Okay? Hopefully this all makes sense to you, and let me know what questions you have when you get to class. All right? Good luck.